Welcome to Shapez 2, my name is Nilaus and this is a first look video at the demo for the Steam Next Fest of the game Shapez 2. So what is Shapez 2? Well, Shapez 2 is obviously the successor to Shapez, and like its predecessor, it is a purist factory game working with shapes and colors in building supply chains and fulfilling objectives. So unlike other factory games, there is no real setting and no lore here. This is purely about building the supply chains and combining these shapes in various different ways. So the shapes can be cut, rotated, colored, stacked, all sorts of things, and the requirements become more and more complex, and that's the challenge of the game. Looking at the Steam description, it says, dive into a factory building game where the focus is on just that, building huge factories. Construct sprawling multi-level factories and min-max your layouts without limits. Shape 2 is tailor-made for enthusiasts who crave the thrill of optimizing production lines and perfecting automation. Well, that seems like we would have some of these people who crave optimization and the thrill of production lines in this community, so seems like a good game for us to showcase. These first look videos are aiming at showcasing the gameplay and highlighting the strengths and weaknesses of the game in order to help you decide whether this is a game for you, and also for you to help me decide if this is a game that I should be playing more of here on the channel. So if you like these kind of videos, hit the like button, leave a comment below, and of course consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. But now let's dive into the game. So here we are in the game. It starts off very basic. I'll be explaining it. There's a tutorial that will guide us through it because it's a demo, so this is how it works. But I'll be explaining sort of what the core principle is. And here's the cool part. You can just keep scaling out. And this is the game world, but we are going to start by really zooming in on this part because this is more than enough for us to get a sense of. So we have these sources here. We can see below here, this is where they have the source of this shape, and over here we have another shape, the square shape. Over here we have colors and all sorts of goodies, and objective is always to bring stuff into the middle, and we need to figure out sort of how to do it. So it's a little bit of a puzzle game as well. So we start with some, you could call them miners, well I'd call them extractors because that's what they're called. We have some belts, and one of the things that I really love about this game is how damn easy it is to make stuff in this game. It is so easy to make it, and it responds so quickly. Like this, I just right click to delete and undo, this redo, this, all of these things are included as well. Rotate, this is also super important. As you get shapes, when you put a shape into the middle, it doesn't matter which way it's turning because you can just turn it like this, then it'll be turned the other way around. Cool. So let's see, shortcuts. We just here there are the shortcuts, and also pipettes is good. So all the shortcuts you would expect to have in a game, they are here, which is nice. So now we get the destroyers. We have a main goal, the half destroyer. That is a special device that you put in, and that will simply just cut away and half of it. Okay, and then we get a mission here. We get a mission that's really simple. That is a... Oh, right, here it says what we get, the result of it, but this is what we need to provide. So we need to provide this shape, and, well, that's simple shape. We'll get that from over here. And we just get some of this there, and then we need a cutter. And then you can see the cutter is 20 per second, and the extractors are 30 per second, and the belts are 60 per second. So kind of per minute. So we kind of do there, 3 of those, and like that. There, that should be all of that done. I can just double it because why not? There's no production costs, so things don't cost anything. You can build this as you want. You can delete it, and yeah, that's just it. It's super weird. It's something you really need to get used to, the fact that you have infinite belts, you have infinite everything you want. And so we get all of these 20 available now. There we go. We complete the goal. And that gets us a rotator. So you can see it rotates. It can only rotate one way, and then you can for example, afterwards cut it. And now we sort of can combine the cutting and splitting. What we need to do is we need to do... we have 2 objectives now. We have an objective here. This is the 40. This is the main one, and then we have another one that is, if we can make these half ones, 20 of those, then we get cutting speed is faster. So generally The main goals take longer time, are more complex, so try to do those first, and while they are trickling along, then do the side ones. So we're going to be finding some squares over here. The first thing we want to do is hold shift and then right click, and then we just delete everything. So there's no cost in deleting everything. Here's another important thing as well. Since it doesn't really cost anything for us to delete this, or yeah, we can just delete everything and then it'll be fine. Here, there we go. So that will just get us out into that location, and then we can get a rotator. Rotate, 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 and then we just cut again. And then you can see what is expected coming out. There we go. And you can see this is the lower right hand corner, but this one says upper right hand corner. I can just rotate the camera and then it's the right place. So if this one says, this will say one thing, but any rotation is good. It doesn't have to be the same rotation as is listed up here. That's something that really bothered me a lot, because I kind of like wanted the view like this, but this is perfectly fine as well. Well, we got the first one working. That's 40. That'll take about a minute. Let's have a look at the other one, the cutting speed. We can take that just next to us and just get that from here. There. And then what is it we want? We just want to cut that in half without rotating anything else. And that should then get those done. Side goals, give powerful upgrades. This one will give us, increases the cutting speed. So that means the cutters are now 20, but they will be 30 once we get that upgrade done. And so we completed the floor here. We now get a second floor, so we can go up and over. We can do bridges. Awesome. But we're still working on the cutting speed, and then we get all the other things. So let's just have this one continue. It's not that many. Let's figure out what it is we want. We now want to have 50 of these and 160 of normal ones. So that's actually taking quite a lot. We got our cutting speed up and running, and cross, we have to do that for crossing these parts here. This is interesting, so you know what, just easier to just delete all this stuff. So what is it I want to do? I want to make the small ones here, and I can still only cut. So it's basically what we've done over here, and there are blueprints in the game, but they have to be unlocked. Oh, hold on, these are now 30, so we don't need 2 for this. And then we rotate, rotate, and then we cut again. And then that can go in here. Should we do the same thing for this one? Yeah. There. We now need to do something bridge over and under. So that is these 50. But we also need a lot of that. So let's get some here. And they are asking us to go above. So let's try to do that. We'll do that here. And then I press E to go a level up. Go over and press Q and then go down. Super nice. And okay, I don't really need this, but that's a little bit silly that I did this. Okay, never mind. This one just needs to go in here. Yeah. I need to figure out a way to get something across from something else. So let's do it in a silly way so that I can use the go across function like this. There. And then from here, go up and over and down and back in. See, now we got that one completed. And we need 160 of these and 30 of that. So let's just let that run. All right, we got the main goal completed. So now we get a stacker. That's super interesting. That means we can now take things and put them on top of each other. Putting things on top of other things. So what is it we want? Let's have a look. We also, every time we get a new objective, we also get something from the previous one. You can click here so they get pinned to your pinned side goals. That's very nice. We need some kind of stack, so a round on top of a, here, round, 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 on top of a cube, 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 maybe. And you can do these exploded views, and I thought you could, oh yeah, there we go. You can turn around. So some of the shapes can get really complicated to see what is actually going on, but you can always come into this exploded view and then see what it is. So we now have a cutter, get cutter speed. Oh, right, this one will get us, oh, this is a really nice new machine. And we can also get this one. This is 80 and this is 60, but this one's trickling along, and that will get us more belt speed. Cool, so we'll start with the combined here. Well, actually we can't really combine. Well, let's just take this out. The good news is we can always take this out. And then we want to get some stackers. We now have a stacker here. And then this is also really important. You can get stacked. You can get this one and you can flip it as well, like that, if you want to get really fancy. And the way it works is that it gets something in on this side, and then on the other side here, get up and there. So why is it, does it say we want to build 4 of these? And that's probably because this one is 15. So that's going to be 16 for a full belt. But the belt is actually a little bit faster now. So maybe we should actually make... Oh, that was rotate. I wanted to flip it. There. It's a little weird to do this. And that one. And then go up and here. It's really a lot about just sort of getting into the groove of how to do do these commands. And you can also do C to put an anchor if you want to sort of drag the belt in multiple directions. Yeah, and let's get just 2 of this. Actually, I should get 3 because the belt is faster now. There. Those 3 and those 3 here. And then press C to go down there and go there, and then that will go up, and then we just need this part to be bringing it in there and up there, right? And that should be the stacking here that's getting started. And while that is working, we now can remove this because this is not needed anymore. You don't have to. Later on, there might be something you want to recycle and use, but we're going to be doing the cutter, so we need sort of some half circles and some half squares. So let's find those. We'll build that up that way, that, and over on the side we'll do the same thing. That one. And then let's figure out what it is we want. We would then need to cut some of this out. And you will have plenty of space for this. We can use the space we have here, and then later on we'll find out that we probably need to cut a little bit more space here. And this one is... these are cutting 30, and the belt is now 90. So we do this, and that means they are now cut. They are unfortunately cut the wrong way. But is that really a problem? I can just rotate them there. Then they are cut the right way. And then I can merge them in. Then I will get a stacker. Let's do that here. Here. And F. F. That's going to be on the below ground here. And this will go up. And that one then be the other half. So I get... get you there, and that will be cut as well. 3 cutters, and then they are on the right side, and then that goes in, and we can then get inbound and inbound. The other one is working as well, and let's see if this is working as well as it comes in here. Right now we get that one in, and like if you delete something here, you can see the shape that is ending at the death thread. That is such a nice feature. And all these, they are just double stacked, and we got that one completed. We do want to see the other one work as well, but we might as well just, well, no, let's wait for the other one to get completed. As the cutter upgrade is moving along, or this is, yeah, the new cutter here is coming along, then we can complete this objective. And we now get a opportunity to rotate it counterclockwise. So we can now rotate both clockwise and counterclockwise. Not a massive thing, but hey, we want it. What do we now get? We got now 2 extra sub goals, and we completed that goal. There we go. That get us... Alright, we got a new cutter. This is really nice. The previous one was a cut and throw half away. This one is cut and go out on 2 belts. Really nice. Different, better option here. Blueprints. Woo, blueprints. What do we need for the blueprints? We need that objective here. Now, to me, that little square there is actually the square that's missing here. So, could we do something like that? Let's throw away the stuff we have and try to build that. This one, though, seems also like something we could definitely work from what we already have. Like, this trash thing here couldn't I just use this? And what if I took this out here and then said, can I just cut this and put it into... These are not fast enough. How fast are they? 22.5? Okay. Oops. Like that. And that should honestly be fine. Because it doesn't matter which way they turn. That'll just complete this one incredibly quick. Nice. This one up here, we're going to need to figure out a way to get this one sorted. So I think I'm actually going to just delete this part and start all over. So let's start by figuring out what is it we want with this. We now have a different cutter here. So we definitely want to play with that cutter. That cutter, if we go in here, that will give 2 halves. And that one is good. That one here and here. Let's try and see if we can rotate it. Which one do we want to throw away? And then the cutter. This might be a little bit dicey here. So what could we do about this? Now we want to combine. Shoot, that's not even what I wanted. What? Oh, the trash. That's perfect. Trash is actually exactly what we want here. That's just a trash pile that we could put, for example, there, so that it'll keep running on what we need here. And so what is it? Let's see. We can tap to choose the different variations here. And that one. And then I want to cut again here. And then just get a sense of what it is we want to. So now we could take this. Let's try that one. Here. The problem here is that this is kind of left out. Actually, if we could do this, that would be better. Good. Because then I can do... I'm doing kind of a little bit too complicated design here, as I want to do. Look at that. Look at that. All in line. If only we had blueprints, that would be perfect, right? I don't have to do all of it. So basically I have this one ready to stack up to that block, but I also have the other thing. And then I just need to copy this multiple times. All right, that's cool. Let's see if I can do the same thing for this part here. Because then I also need, I need the same thing. Wouldn't that be kind of the same? Yeah, kind of the same. Okay, so I built the same over for the square things, and that just needs to go in here. That's easy. And now, of course, I'm building it way too small because I don't have it. But I wanted to show how it works when you don't have the blueprints. And this one is then going to be merged together with. Let's go down, and there's stacker. Let's just make that stacker. Let's make it. It's this one. Let's just make it like this. You're gonna go in here, and this one will be continuing up here. Yeah, and that will go into that one. And the only thing that isn't working. Oh, can I even do it? Can I do trash on the top floor? No, I can't do trash on the top floor. That's actually, that makes sense. That kind of makes sense. But this one isn't really going to be needed. Here, and then we just trash the rest because we don't need those right now, at least. And then we see we're getting these stacking things. We're getting the other ones. It's going to take a little bit longer, but I could replicate this. But that's why we have the blueprints, right? Oh, that's where we want to get the blueprints at least. So we got the stacking speed increased. That's this one, which means now we'd only need 4 to support a full lane. Also, I couldn't help myself, so I ended up building this anyway, just replicating it times 4, replicating it times 4, getting it out here on the belt, and just merging it back in here. And they are all rotating here. They're rotating the same way. Yes, that's good. Otherwise, there would be a problem. And they are coming in here. So because we know we need a lot of blueprints, so we might as well just get some of the blueprints going here. And these ones will give blueprint points. Now, you can press V as you start getting sort of into more levels. Then V will remove all the top layers here. You can see here we can have multiple layers. And that can just be, if you want to see what's on the bottom layer, then you might sometimes need to remove the top layer, because otherwise it can be difficult also to delete stuff that's below here. Now I'm building it really compact because I can't help myself, but you don't need to build it as compact. The space is not at a premium. And there we go, blueprints it is. So we get blueprints, that means we can copy paste things, which is really, really nice. And let's see what we get. So you can see here, this is blueprint points, Bitcoin blueprint points, and we get 1 point for this symbol or this shape. But if we stack a round one on top, we get twice as much. That's not a lot of extra work for getting that, right? So we can definitely do that. We can also get the next big upgrade. It's called space platforms. And space platform requires basically this shape we have here, but then stacking a little round thing on top, which is exactly what we were throwing out right here. Isn't that a coincidence? No, it's not a coincidence. But we'll pretend and press C to make a turn. And here, get it in. I just really love how easy it is to make belts. There have been recent other factory games where making belts has just been a fight, and that's not the case for shapes. It is incredibly easy to make that. I think I could get you like one higher up, and then we get the stackers here. The stacker is, and we just need only 4 of these now. And then I just flip it there and flip it and flip it. And then we get... oh, right. I need to also rotate it. Because this one... There. That's going to be the bottom one. That's actually interesting why that is the case like this. There. I don't want those sticking out. So these go in here. And then I need to have this one rotated by 1. That should be easy. I'll just need to go up to this floor and rotate, rotate. We just need 2 because they become faster. There we go. And that looks very much like the right shape. And there. Now I wasn't actually supposed to be building that shape first. Oh, look at that. We actually need 600 of those for belt speed 2. So I shouldn't be making better belts yet. I should just let this one trickle up to 4. So 600. What do we get? A swapper. Ooh, swapper. I like that. And a cutting speed 2. Suddenly there's a lot of stuff we need to do here. And also the big one, that's the space platform. That's the main one we're working on. Let's start working on the other part. Let's see. What do we have down here? That was the trash thing. There we go. Gone. So let's start. That's working. That's working. Now I need to make a swapper and a cutting speed 2 here. That one. How do we want to do this? There's definitely some potential for this thing here, so let's see what we can come up with. I think I can do something cool about this. So let's see, first I need to do this part. And then I'm going to take one of them and split it again. The other one I'll be bringing up. And then it still needs to be rotated. I don't really think it matters which way I rotate. Does it? No, I just need to rotate it once. Actually, maybe it does actually matter which way I rotate it. Let's rotate it the other way just to see how that would play out. And then I will get another cutter, which will then be... You can press F to flip it, which is really nice. And let's see what we have if we... there. So that is actually not good because they don't match. So that's that was incorrect. Then... They have to be rotated the same way. And not rotate, but flip. There. Okay, so at this point, yes. This and this combined. This and this combined. But, I'm thinking... One of them has to be rotated a little bit more, doesn't it? Yeah, one of them has to be rotated. Let's rotate you. Here. And then that will be stacked that way. So that comes out. Ooh, it's kind of the wrong way of this, but that doesn't matter. And then the other one will be stacking this way. And voila. That should actually be correct. Yeah, they're both coming out as the same one. Oh, space platform. I'm not gonna click it because that is a big change to how the game works. So we'll be excited about that. But we want to get the other ones first. And now we can do we shift and we take all this. This is the slowest one is 22. So you can see it costs 43 because of 43 entities. So that costs 43. There we go. That's good. Belt speed, faster belt speed. Got it. So I can copy and I can paste it here, for example. Here and there. Okay, that's it. That's way over the top. But you know, you get the point. And that's how easy it is. And then I can take this, because that's going to be a full belt. There. And the other one will not also be a full belt. So that gets us the swapper. Now we need to do the cutting speed. That means we basically need to do the same thing as this one, which is good. So I can just get that over here. And I only need 2 of them then. Here and here. And they will go in. Good. So when that goes in, then I can stack these on top of each other and then get exactly what I want here. And let's see. What would that be? That would be that one and here, here, and here. And which ones do we... One of them has to be rotated. This will take the one that has the furthest away will be the one that rotates. So they go in here. And they will need to be rotated just once. This is 60 per second. That should be fine. So they are now rotated. And then go to that location. Go here. Go up. And let's see what kind of icon that comes out. That looks very correct. Here. And there you go. That's the next one as well. So the swappers are working, and now the cutting speed, this shape as well, is working. We can also go up here because we're now making just accumulating this, but we could accumulate a little bit more if we added some extra on top of this. Just get you in here. And what is it I want? See, this part, I want another thing on top. So all of this should be the bottom level. That means all of this would be... rotate, rotate, rotate. Let's get him this way. Oops, that did not work. Copy, paste, and in. And they are now getting out this way. It's a little bit weird. There. Out, 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 out. And all I need is... it's actually easier to get it from this side, I guess. And then go up. And... into all of these locations. All right, does that work? And we can see that that is going to be the whole sphere in here. And then when that starts coming in, which it will soon enough, then we will get better. So as this space platform is also done, doesn't do anything. We're still working on the cutting speed, but that is no problem at all either. But let's wait for this one to complete, or let's actually see if this one gets working. Come on. So here you can also see that if something is not being consumed, then the belt stops. So you have to make sure that you consume everything or set it out as in a trash slot. We get this swapper. That's a new thing here that swaps the 2 halves. That's super useful, and we'll try to see if we can figure that out. Now we're generating blueprint points faster. This is good. This will be a factory that will just keep having here, because why not? It's gonna keep working. I'm sure that eventually we'd make like a standardized build for this that's more compact, so it's just getting the stuff in, and then but it's pretty compact. This part here is not so compact, but this is a nice compact thing, and this is nice compact. Let's have a look at what this space platform is, because that's when the game really opens up and becomes a little bit weirder. Space platforms allow new space platforms to be built, expand your factory. Now, we also have this knowledge panel where you can see a lot of good information about these space platforms and all the stuff. It's stacking, shaping, cutting, belt through floors, all that stuff. So check it out. It's really well done. Space platforms allow you to expand your vortex platform. Press space or zoom out to switch to platform mode. So now there's a new grid, and that grid is much bigger, and now we can actually make space belts and space platforms and we have bigger platforms that we don't have unlocked yet. And so we have, like, now we have a building level where we make belts and stuff, and then we have a bigger level. So the way that it works is that we can then take something like this. We can have either the ones that transport with belts, we can have a small platform that's for the little factory, or a little bit bigger platform. So if we want to make a platform, then we could make it, for example, here. And that cost, we have a maximum number we can make. And then we can go back in, and you can see they're now connected. And if we do a belt here, then they sort of connect. They bounce over that interval. That's pretty cool. So if you need more space, you can make these platforms. This also means that you are it encourages to build modular builds that do stuff, and you have a all right, I'm just gonna say it. It's a goddamn city block, right? It's just city block builds, right? This is cool. So what happens now? Demo challenges. End of demo, right? So this is the more difficult challenges, and this is where we would really want to figure out what we want to do. So we need to get something kind of mining here. So let's have a look at what we want. We can get these kind of shapes, but you can also see that we need to cut them into to more useful functions. For example, this stacking speed is actually great if we could take that square or this sphere, because it's exactly what we want. This one is also interesting because you can see that it is taking some of that in the middle here. So that would probably be easier to take it out from here. Let's try and build one of these locations so that it gives a sense of what we kind of work on when we get a little bit more advanced, when we can't have to combine with colors and shapes as well. So let's figure out which one we want to do. We want to make a miner here, and I want to do this challenge here. And we're going to take this here, and then if we zoom in, then we get this access here. And then what I want to do, these squares here, you can extract the color itself, so you can spray it onto something. That's not in part of the demo, but we'll get there. We'll get there. And then we can make this one. This one will be for our crafting needs. That'll be the plan. So here, all we need to do is actually, see, the thing is, we can also just delete these. That's pretty nice. There. I'll do that because I think I need a little more space. And then I think I want that here. So I'm really happy that there's no cost to making mistakes, because, you know, I make mistakes. All right, let's see. What is the first thing we want to do? We have this. These are extracting at 30, and the belts are now at way higher than that, right? They are at 120, I think. Yes, 120. So what I want to do is I want to have one full belt of these spikes out to the side. So basically what I want to do is now I want to cut out all the stuff here that isn't the spike, and then I want to combine those spikes with that spike here. That means first thing we do is cut. I'm just going to throw the rest of it away, and it might be a little bit wasteful, but I'll just do that. These are 40, so I need 3 of those here. See, that's perfect. 2 and 3, and there. So that means we get the spike, and we can do the same thing over here. New. Oh, that's rotators. That one. Spike, spike, spike. That gets out there and there. So that gives us all that, and that means. Oh, that's. Oh, right. That doesn't work. Ah, right. Yes. Let's do this instead. And. There we go. Important to notice that. Right. So now I need to rotate all of these. And rotate, rotate, rotate. And tab, rotate, rotate, rotate. So they are now perfect. And then I need to stack them. They are 22.5. Oh, how fast are they? They're rotating fast enough. These are rotating 40, so that's needed. Yeah, but this is not fast. One. No, we'll do it. We have plenty of space here. I just need to make sure that it gets out on that side. So I go. Should I do it this way? And then that. So this is 45. This is 90. And that's 135. So that's going to be enough. There. This. Here. C to lock it in. And we now have exactly what we wanted. A full belt of these. And they will land over here. And then I need to find those things. But I can do that in two different ways. I can use it from here. Or I could go to that one, which is exactly what I want. Lost? Find your home icon. I'm not lost. There. So we are going to be doing this because this is simply mining exactly what we want. Isn't that perfect? Because I want to show how we can just use all that. And I just go 4 of those. And let's get it up here because I don't want to be paving through that. And then we make these. How far? There. There we go. Let's have a look. So that goes over, and goes in here. And then they go into this tube. Okay, I have to press the H once because otherwise it'll keep insisting on teaching me about this feature. And I have now landed it here. So all I need to do from this one is I need to merge these together. Actually, this one has to be rotated once, but that's probably the least of our worries there. And we'll get that. And then we used to stack it on top of each other. Go here. And you are going to be there. And that's basically as simple as that we built this. And then we just need to find a way to go home. Let's see. I actually didn't need to make a big one like this. So what if I do this and then copy and then go out and delete this? Oh, good thing we have undo, right? Because then I'm making just a little one. We'll save on this. And then let's see if I can put my... Oh, it's too big. Yeah, this is pretty small, this build here. Well, that was completely useless, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a bad move. Bad take. Right, no point in saving this. And put it back in. Here. And inbound, and that gets outbound. And then space belt, go out into this, then it changes automatically and it goes from here and go back in. And we just have to remember which one it is. I will get there. And that should get us a full belt. Go here, here. And then it comes in at this location. And then I just need to find my way into that. That can still be done. Over. And and then go down and in. There we go. And that is basically how that gets done. And the interesting thing is, like, we'll start making this, and then at some point we'll need to manage how many things are actually jamming into the same spot here. But I think that this is essence of it right now, and we can do the other ones as well, but the essence is the same. We do the same thing. We got a lot of blueprint points. That's great. We can find some blue somewhere. There we go. There's some blue. See here, this blue circle would then be have to craft it from a lot of these parts here, but it's all just about finding the shapes and combining them. And this space platform up here, this part is new in Shapes 2, and it's really cool. And then later on there are trains and stuff like that, so super exciting things. You'll definitely not continue to work on this space. You'll be primarily working on the small platforms. You'll also later on be making dedicated platforms, so that, for example, there's going to be a stacking platform, a cutting and rotating, or that kind of thing, so that you get different kinds of small factories, and then when you need it, you can then go back and find that small factory and go like, oh yeah, this one, you can just go copy that, boom, and then you can put that in somewhere else. That's really neat, because that means that it incentivizes you to make modular factories that you can reuse, and that's really, really awesome. So I think that's going to be all I want to show for this this demo showcase. I am really looking forward to this game coming out, and I'm following the development, talking to the developer. It's super exciting, so I would strongly encourage you to check it out. Check out the demo, wishlist it on Steam, link in the description below for the Steam link, and follow the channel so that you can see when I showcase it again. I have 2 times been allowed to give a special showcase during a live stream of an early look into development, and even shown things that are not in the demo. So maybe that will happen again. Thank you for watching. Until next time, take care and stay effective.